So our chat, can you hear us? People in our thing.
All right. I think that we're all live now.
Yep.
Awesome.
We
So
are.
welcome everybody to tonight's stream. We are multi-streaming on not only the Godless Engineer channel, but also Digital Hammurabi and Vice Rhino. So you can go and see this particular stream on any one of those channels. Definitely subscribe to everybody here. I know at least on my channel I have everybody linked in the description. You can go down there. What we're doing tonight is we're doing what's called Trump or Tablet. And this was sort of started by Megan and Josh. Do you guys want to tell everybody like what this game is?
Yeah, sure. So I have gone through various quotes from President Trump and from Mesopotamian kings and found some amusing things. And the idea is I read a quote and then everyone else tries to guess if it is a quote from Trump or from a Mesopotamian ruler.
And I destroy you all.
It's going to be fun.
It's not going to be as challenging as I hoped because Trump tends to use very modern language, which you listen to and you think that's definitely not a translation from Akkadian. So I might paraphrase in places, like if there's a sentence with the word America, I'm not going to say America.
She might say America instead.
I probably wouldn't say that.
Do you want to give everybody a background on
America.
what royal inscriptions are?
So there's a there's some royal inscriptions. There are some like royal praise poetry, which, as the name suggests, is literature written specifically to say how amazing Mesopotamian kings are. And the royal inscriptions are inscriptions that were composed on behalf of the kings to record their great and wonderful deeds.
Okay, so you mind
Go
if
for
I?
it.
All right, so see, Megan wrote her dissertation on this, and so she's way down in it. So to kind of come back out,
Everyone knows what they are.
yeah, definitely. So if you go dig,
Are you mansplaining
Shannon knows.
her whole thing to her?
Shannon
Is that
knows.
what's happening?
you know what? I apologize profusely. I'm just going to sit here like a jackass. Go ahead, Megan.
What Megan meant to say was, let me explain.
I was going to make it dumber for everybody else, but you know what? Y'all have fun.
So my chat has suggested that MMGA would be a good tagline for this. That make Mesopotamia great again.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that. And it fits in very well with the general theme of Mesopotamian inscriptions. It's like, screw the rest of you. We're amazing. And if you don't agree with us, we're going to conquer you, and then you're just going to be part of us anyway. So, basically.
All right.
It's very,
That might
very
be more
exciting.
challenging than you think. That also
Maybe.
the right line.
So,
All right.
do we want to explain what we're fundraising for?
Yes.
Because
So
we haven't done a promo video yet, so no one in our channel really knows what the hell's going on.
Right. So this year for the holiday season, a bunch of us creators decided to go in on a pool of money to go to charities this holiday season to sort of help out those that are less fortunate. And each one of us has our own charities that we will be donating to with the money pool that we get. And the pool is going to be divvied up equally among all the creators that are taking place in it. Of course, we have everybody here that is going to be taking part in the holiday fundraising, but as well as Cirrus, I believe, is going to be and Prophet Azad is going to be also. So we're doing a holiday fundraiser for the less fortunate, and if you want to donate, you can hit up the links that are probably in every description. I know at least in my description I have the money pool
Also
link.
mine.
And Vice.
We don't have it in ours yet, but we will by the time this
Yeah,
is
and
up
then
tomorrow.
And I know in the GE chat, Casey is going to be spamming the money pool link, but there's also a handy dandy Bitly link that you can see scrolling across the screen here. That if you see this later and you don't have access to the link or whatnot, you can just hit up that Bitly link. It'll take you directly to the money pool. Any super chats that are going to be given during this are going to be donated directly to the pool, but the best way to donate really is just to go to the money pool and donate there. So I think that covers everything. I don't know. Does anybody want to say anything before we get started?
Don't donate. I've declared war on Christmas. I'm just here to make sure that this all goes horribly wrong. I'm here to sabotage
Shannon's
everything.
just going to drink
That's right.
and tell everyone that we suck because we're raising money for Christmas.
I have a special guest, and that's Trumpy Bear.
Trumpy Bear.
That's a beautiful bear.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like
he's
his
got
eyebrows.
He's got a half-ass U.S. flag as like a cape that was marketed as a blanket, but it really is not a blanket. So
Oh, that's right. That was a real product, wasn't it?
yes,
Like,
it was.
It was supposed to be like pro-Trump stuff, wasn't it?
Well,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
an official Trump product.
Yeah.
That's
No, that's not
hilarious.
like a parody bear.
No, it's not a parody bear. It was, well, I mean, I don't think it was an official Trump product, but it was definitely, raising money, I guess, for Trump. But it was horribly marketed.
Does it come with a female bear that it's groping, or?
No.
When you're famous, they don't even care. That's what I heard.
No,
Anyway.
they really wouldn't.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, okay. You can do whatever you want.
What are the rules of this game? I can't have fun unless I know if I'm better or worse than other people.
I'm gonna win, so don't worry about it.
I honestly, I didn't. I'm an awful game master. I didn't come up with any actual rules. I was just like, here are some random quotes. Tell me who you think said it.
All right, so it's Hogwarts rules. It's the same as
Yeah,
Harry
basically,
Potter.
I will
Whoever-
award points based on however the hell I feel.
Yeah, okay.
Just
I'm also
arbitrarily.
not going to be taking a tally of points. So at the end, you could legitimately just declare yourself winner, Vice, if you felt
All
so
right,
inclined.
done.
I think
I'm
Shannon
vice.
would
I'm winner.
maybe kill you though.
You know what? I should bring up the PayPal pool, and whoever wins is the person whose name shows up in the PayPal pool for donations the most during the stream. That's what we should do.
Team Vice.
Yeah. No. Gotta be team. Team Shannon
Vice
Q.
is
Team
gonna
War
try
on
to win.
Christmas. Yes. My God, is Vice ever taking this seriously? It's like
I know. Tell me about it.
I didn't know
I
you.
am going
I
to
didn't know you
win.
could raise money competitively for charity, but now
That's
I
the
do.
only way to do it.
He asked one of our friends to donate too. It's like, this is insane, dude. Calm down.
He's going out recruiting. All right. Well,
Yeah, have
Oh,
my kids
yeah.
selling
I just
chocolate
have
bars.
to step up my game. All right.
All right. Well, Megan and Josh, do you want to get us started with Trump or tablet?
Yes. Okay. I made that wall bigger than the previous one, and I heaped it up like a mountain.
Oh, that's got.
Now,
This-
I
I'm
want
not-
to say
I
Trump.
Trump. Me too.
I'm thinking it's not
But he
Trump
hasn't said one
because
yet.
the wall has already been built in that quote.
Yeah.
Right. It's got to be tablet.
Yeah, it's got to be
So I'm
tablet.
thinking tablet.
You are correct. That particular one is from a king called Ashurbanipal, who was a Neo-Assyrian king. You get a lot of wall building. Like, it's what they do. There's like
Oh,
walls
this is gonna be-
everywhere.
You know, honestly, that sounds like Trump would love him.
He would. He would. And that full quote is actually, I made that wall thicker than the previous one. I heaped it up like a mountain. I built and completed it from its foundations to its crenellations. I strengthened its foundations more than previously. So you've got the whole wall obsession, but you've also got the, fuck you, I'm better than everyone else because
What
their
about
wall
that's
fell
what he
down and
said?
mine is still there.
He doesn't say who paid for it.
He doesn't. That's a good point. That's a very good
Well,
point.
I mean, really, at this point in time, would anybody really need to, like, figure out funding for this wall? I mean, wouldn't the king just be like, "Hey, go build it"?
It's
No, he's gonna have
basically you
he's gonna have
tax the hell
Syrians
out
pay
of.
for it. That was the thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. No, you tax the hell out of whoever it is you're ruling, and then they pay for it. So, or you invade the other country, which is a very real possibility right now. You invade the other country, steal all their shit, bring it back, and then use that stuff to pay for the wall.
Oh,
Which I feel is where we might be heading. So, we love a good wall.
When do we get the Canadian one? Like, when does that one get built?
What,
The
like a
Well,
Canadian
I
wall?
mean, no one actually lives in Canada, Shannon. It's mainly
That's
snow.
fair. It's
I
just
mean,
me and Paul and a bunch of moose. That's it.
It's you two.
look,
I'm convinced.
Our wall is just a.
Well, hey,
Yes,
we
I
live
know.
in Canada too.
You're in Ontario, though. That doesn't count.
No, you're rhinos. You can't possibly live in the snow.
Yeah, you know what? Ontario
Oh,
actually
yeah.
does have a Trump-like figure running it right now, so maybe we don't count as
Yeah.
Canada. Just everybody else build a wall around us.
Yes, I would build a wall to keep Rob Ford right where he is. Or is it Doug Ford?
Oh.
Which one is it? There's
It's-
two,
Doug
right?
Ford.
It's Doug
Rob
Ford.
was his brother. It's Doug Ford.
Oh,
Doug
We're
Ford
actually going to
was
be,
his brother.
not to promote another charity in the middle of our charity fundraiser, but we're actually going to be donating to the Vulgarity for Charity that the guys at Puzzle in the Thunderstorm do, so that we can have them completely roast Doug Ford.
Oh, fun.
That's going to be fun. You pay the money
That
to
shouldn't be
insult
hard.
people. It's great.
Insulting him should not be complex at all.
No.
Should be quite easy, as a matter of fact. All right, so who got points?
Everyone.
It's important. I know.
Everyone
hey,
gets the
we're
God
winning.
point.
Everybody's winning.
Everyone gets a point.
Megan was
I
watching
mentioned
Who's
I'm
Done It
very
anyway,
bad
and she
at
just
this.
wanted the point system.
Very
I
important
declare
win.
that I won that round because I was the first one to pick out that the wall had already been built in that quote. So I win that.
I was thinking in my head, I just wasn't going to give a tell.
I said not Trump
competition.
way before you did that, man.
Shannon's putting in her vote telepathically, so she got there before everyone else did anyway. So
You're right. No one's going to win.
Write a paper demonstrating your ESP, and then we can talk about Shannon's
I don't have to.
psychic vote.
You can't prove it doesn't exist.
You have no foundation for your claims. There's no foundation
You ready
your
for the next one?
lawsuit,
Yes,
I'm ready.
let's do it.
Yes, let's go.
okay, we have triumphed over evil like nobody has seen before.
God, this is hard.
Oh man,
I'm saying Trump.
I'm gonna.
put
Yeah,
It's the like no one has seen before.
it wouldn't make sense to do two tablets back to back, so I'm gonna have to go with Trump.
I'm gonna say tablet.
Yeah, tablet.
Paul, that was
Tablet.
Trump. That's a quote from a national speech he gave in 2018.
I think I voted Trump for that one. I don't remember.
You didn't say anything.
Retroactively votes.
I get points.
I call bullshit.
No, you don't get points because you didn't say anything.
I know I did. I
Doesn't
said
get points
somebody
anyway.
scroll back in the stream.
Nuh-uh.
Oh my god. Really?
You don't get points.
Okay. This one's nice. I cherish righteousness, but do not tolerate wickedness. I hate anyone who speaks wickedly.
I don't think Trump knows the word cherished.
I don't think he knows the word wicked.
That was too coherent.
Yeah,
I need
it's
to
gotta be
like
tablet.
rewrite them, I think. So
Wait,
you
okay.
have the essence.
I
Full
feel
coherent
like
sentence.
I feel like
I'm
this
voting-
entire stream is going to be proving how Trump is dumber than these really old tablets. Like the people that wrote the old tablets.
Yeah, the people who wrote the tablets actually went to school.
Yeah, there
You
are
might
four
have
there.
voted.
days
Yeah.
when we
Everyone
were
never
voting.
sees this stream. I am going to be very much disinvited to Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I think I need to stop that.
Can Josh see
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
answers?
true,
Oh, he's leaving.
He can't. But he knows most of the texts that I've taken this stuff from, so he probably will
He
not.
has experience in the field.
He does. And some of this stuff, once you've read it, it kind of sticks with you.
All right, I'm going tablet again.
I'm voting tablet for that one.
Tablet.
Oh, did we not get the
Yeah.
answer? I said tablet too.
Yeah, that was from a guy called Shulgi, who was surprise, surprise, a king, but about as bombastic and boastful as anyone. Like,
Well,
we don't have a tablet where he talks about his penis size, but it gets close. It does get very close. Seriously, some of these are just lists of how much better he is than everyone else.
Wasn't there a U.S. president? I want to say it was Woodrow Wilson that used to like whip out his dick in cabinet meetings and stuff.
Stop it! What?
Yeah, there was. No, because I remember.
Googling.
I remember reading about how like everybody thinks Trump is the most outrageous president they've ever had, but then there was this like they brought up this other guy. I think it was Woodrow Wilson, but I'm not sure. That he would always brag about his penis size and he'd like whip it out as an intimidation tactic during meetings.
Wow.
Somebody's saying LBJ in my comments.
LBJ, yeah, Lyndon B. Johnson. Last name is Johnson.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
Lyndon Baines Johnson, often referred to by the initials LBJ, as the American. Yeah, he apparently took out.
So let me get this straight.
Wow.
Lyndon B. Johnson whipped out his Johnson.
Whipped out his Johnson. Yes. I wonder if that's why it's called a Johnson.
Oh my God! What? Maybe. Do you think like legit? Maybe.
That would be amazing.
I mean, just imagine yourself. You're in a meeting with the president of the United States, and then all of a sudden he's like, "You think I'm fucking around?" And he stands up and he whips out his dick, throws it on the table, and is like, "I'm not fucking around."
Have you motherfuckers seen this? Do you think I'm kidding?
Yeah. So compared to that, grab him by the pussy is kind of tame.
Grab him by the dick.
Yeah.
I think I can imagine every president doing that except maybe Jimmy Carter. I really can't imagine.
You don't think
Abe Lincoln?
You don't know. You don't know what Abe Lincoln was up to. He was a tall man.
Sorry, I had to explain to
Slapped you in the
KC
face.
how I had to explain to KC why I was talking about dick so much on the holiday stream.
I do not believe that you had to explain that because she's met you and seen your show.
Well, you see, honey, we were talking about groceries, and then I just had this.
And then just suddenly there was a penis.
All right,
that's
next,
nice.
Trumper tablet.
Okay. When an old wall that was crumbling and falling over, sorry, I'm trying to paraphrase so it's not horribly obvious. When there was an old wall that was crumbling and falling over, I replaced it.
Ooh,
Trump.
that's tricky.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with tablet on that one.
I'm saying tablet.
I don't think Trump knows what it means to crumble.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to know what words mean to use them. He's demonstrated that over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be based in reality.
I want to say that
just
tablet.
counter.
It is actually Trump. No,
That's
the full
Trump.
quote.
Oh,
That was
damn.
Trump. The full quote: when an old wall at the southern border that's crumbling and falling over, built in an important section to keep out problems, is replaced with a brand new 30-foot high steel and concrete wall. The media says no new wall has been built. Fake news. Building lots of wall.
Honestly,
live this year.
I expected Trump to talk about how beautiful the wall was, and because he always adds that little bit in that he doesn't need to. It's like, we're gonna build a 30-foot wall. It's a beautiful wall, massive, thick.
No, but it makes sense that everything that happened prior to 2018, is all terrible.
It is.
All of it. Shitty walls.
Okay. I'm just gonna pop in
Not
with
keeping up the
a
problem.
PSA just for new viewers. If you're just joining us now, keep in mind all super chats for this from all three channels will be going to the charity fundraiser. However, go to the link that we have in our descriptions, or in Digital Hammurabi's case, there might be a comment. Have you added the description yet?
Not yet, no.
Because if you donate through super chat, YouTube does take a cut. I believe it's around 30%. So just for new viewers, keep in mind, goes directly to the PayPal pool. All of your money will go to the charity.
In case anybody's interested, we're at $3,480, and we started, I think, the chat at $3,380.
So it's an extra 100.
Okay.
So
Excellent. And our target's what,
Yeah.
8,000?
Oh, there's
8,000.
one person that said go Team Vice. Come on, we need to get
Yeah.
some more godless engineers up in there.
I am so sick of that nonsense. What is going on?
And Johnson.
Ben? I was really
Larry
enjoying
didn't
after
say
I put
whose
out my
team you were on.
video watching
claim
the
Larry for Team
atheist
Vice.
agenda. You claim no.
I'm
you
claiming
don't
Larry
get to
for
claim
Team Vice.
Larry.
He's mine.
You don't know. You don't know what Larry's doing. Larry could be there from anywhere. Ah, there you go. Atheist agenda. That one's clearly mine. that one's mine. Anything that says
I know I
wrong
should be
person-
rooting for. I know I should be rooting for my husband, but I kind of want to root for Shannon.
Yes.
Casey said that she's with you in your war, Shannon.
Yes. War
Mrs.
on
Rhino
So,
has
yeah,
committed
anything that come in and say
treason.
Jesus is
She shall be
fake.
executed.
Okay, are we ready for the next Trumper tablet?
This is a
ready.
good-
My body is ready. Everything is ready.
This is a good one. Because I am a powerful man who enjoys using his thighs.
Okay, that is definitely not Trump. That is a tablet.
mean-
It's got to be a tablet
No.
because Trump does
saying
not
it's
use
Trump.
his thighs.
Tablet.
Shannon, what do you think?
Tablet. It's
I-
gonna be a tablet.
I'm saying tablet
my
as well.
Yeah, tablet.
You're right.
I'm saying
It's
Trump.
tablet. And he's actually talking about being able to run a really great distance, so it's not as exciting as it sounds.
I just
But it's my favorite quote, I think, from any tablet ever.
Wow.
one of the things that I find funny about all of this is that I've been working on this Daniel video, the dating of Daniel, and everybody keeps referencing Mike Winger's video on this that he did a couple of years ago. I don't know if you guys have seen it. But one of the things that he does I promise I'm going somewhere with this. One of the things that he does is he talks about one of these inscriptions of Nebuchadnezzar. And he says it's 6 columns of Nebuchadnezzar just bragging about himself. I mean, he just brags about it for 6 whole columns. I mean, Daniel gets the little things right. He gets everything right. He even knows about the character of Nebuchadnezzar. And it's just hilarious to hear that in light of this. I mean, she's pulling from all of the Mesopotamian kings. This is what they do. They brag. They
Like,
brag
they had this stuff
all day, every
engraved
day.
on walls.
Yeah, it's
of their
everywhere.
Palaces.
So
They weren't shy people, is what
yeah,
I'm
it's
getting at.
I mean, this
It's
is their
just funny
legacy. As far as they knew, this was the only thing people would be able to know about them after they died. So they wanted
Exactly.
to make sure people knew that they were the best.
Yep. And that they had powerful
That's
thighs.
powerful thighs. Yep,
Yep.
Jinx. It's important.
We're
That's
gonna
why I
get a
want everyone to
monument
know
to
about
Trump's
me.
thighs. at
Never,
some
never
point, aren't
skip
we?
leg day.
God, Paul, I hope not. Actually, you know what? As long as they don't build one in Canada, they can do whatever they want. Who am I to tone police your American monuments from Canada? I'm drinking too much wine. Maybe I should just mute for the rest of the stream.
The Trump Library will be Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So, do you think that the person that wrote or that said that, I can't remember who said it, but do you think they were the first ones to invent the Thigh Master? Like, could that be a thing?
Oh
I
my God,
mean,
love Thigh
maybe.
Masters.
I don't know that we could prove that he didn't. So then, yes, it must be true.
Obviously.
They
Okay,
invented-
good.
They invented archery as an offshoot of the Bowflex.
Exactly. Yep. Just looking for a better workout, and suddenly you're like, wow, I could do some damage with this thing.
Right? Give me a tablet so I can tell future generations what the fuck is going on.
Exactly.
My epic thoughts.
All right. What's next?
Okay. I have a most impressive figure. I have lips appropriate for all words. As I lift my arms, I have beautiful fingers.
I could see
Trump.
the last part I could definitely see being Trump talking about how he doesn't have small hands. But I think the rest of that before that was too poetic to have been Trump. Not
I'm
very
gonna say
poetic, but
tablet.
too poetic for Trump. So I'm saying tablet.
Tablet.
I'm saying
Yeah,
tablet.
tablet.
I'm
Trump, you say
going to
Paul?
go out on a limb and I'm going to say Trump.
It's actually
Paul, what do you
tablet.
think?
Fudge!
Paul didn't get it out. We didn't know what Paul thought.
Sorry, I thought
Paul's
I heard
playing the
Paul say
cards
tablet.
instead. Oh, maybe I just didn't-
Sorry, Paul. Oh no, I thought Paul froze, but he doesn't. He's back.
Yeah,
The
Paul's
beginning
buffering
of that
right now.
paragraph starts with "I am a gaping dragon," which would have given it away, which is why I am editing quite so heavily.
I am a gaping dragon.
Yeah,
I
Sleeping dragon.
still would have thought
Beautiful
that
fingers.
would possibly be Trump.
maybe until I got down to I have a lapis lazuli beard.
Nice.
That's not quite so
That-
Trump.
Well, yeah, but maybe he plays Minecraft and he thinks it makes him more magical.
I mean,
Oh,
maybe
God.
Fair.
lapis is
Fair.
pretty magical, so can't argue with that one. Okay. Okay, so this is a direct quote in something. Someone's grown daughters, beautiful women, must be available.
Trump.
Trump.
That's got to be Trump.
It's got to be Trump.
I'm gonna say tablet.
That is actually tablet.
Damn.
That
Damn
The
it.
bonus of, the bonus
That-
of being, the bonus of
we
having
lost
Mrs.
Paul.
Rhino here, we can she can just say the opposite thing of me, and we both get the points on Team Rhino either way. Also, there's
That
someone
is
in my
true.
chat
Rhino.
that's-
It's every man. There's no team Shannon G or Paul Annan. No. Hard no. Every man for themselves. I'm not having this shit.
Every woman.
No.
Don't make me pull up my dick and put it on the desk.
Hey,
great
you know what?
thing is
You know what?
I don't have a
Darling,
webcam
put it
on,
in your
so
bed.
Do it, Vice.
She's like,
Put it
when
in
is
your
that
bed.
happening? What desk? Is it my desk?
it's not my desk.
How do I get to this desk?
Also, I would like to point out that in my chat it was brought up that they think Paul looks rather drunk, that he's like trying very hard to concentrate right on the camera with his intense stare.
I think it's because he keeps freezing. He keeps freezing with like serious face.
Yeah.
But he's refreshed now, so he's more
I know.
fluid.
Unless
Yeah, but
Paul's
you-
had one more beer than I have, I mean, I think that I'm probably farther down the line than Paul is.
You're drinking Blue Moon?
drinking-
I'm drinking Belgian Moon right now.
Yeah.
Which I think is the
drinking
same thing
this.
as one's in Canada and one's in the other. Scotia
Yeah.
Red.
Ah.
Yeah, it's local winery, and it's got a twist off top because that's how you know it's fancy.
What's Josh drinking?
Oh yeah, Josh, what do you got?
Double cannon.
Double
Nice.
cannon. That looks pretty good. Is that local?
Bottom
Paul,
of
do you have
your-
Yeah.
Paul? Do you have gin or rum?
Both.
He's already got the next one to go, ready to go.
I love you.
That's amazing.
We're soulmates. That's amazing. Oh god, that's funny. Oh shit.
All right. Let's see.
Ready,
What's
ready, ready.
next?
Well, I just want to say that last quote is from a letter found in Egypt from probably a king of Babylon to the Egyptian pharaoh, basically saying, "Why haven't you sent me one of your daughters to marry yet?"
Oh, wow.
And then he goes on to say, "Look, you said that you never, like, princesses of Egypt never go and marry foreign kings, which is true. Just send me any woman, any beautiful woman. I'll say she's an Egyptian princess. Who the hell is going to argue?"
Wait, was it because was it perhaps because they were all pretending to be someone's sister instead of being actually their wives, and they kept finding out that these available women were already married?
I don't know. I do not know.
What's happened?
Deep cut for that was Abraham and Sarah, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Bible
Yeah, I
facts.
don't.
Hashtag Bible deep cuts.
And I pulled this quote as well. It's going to be everyone's going to have heard it, but I liked it based on the previous one. She does have a very nice figure. If she wasn't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Which I can genuinely see
That is-
as being a
that is
quote from
completely Trump.
Mesopotamia. Yeah.
That is
Oh,
Trump.
Trump. It's got to
Yeah.
be Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, he totes wants to fuck Ivanka. I mean, if you've seen any of the pictures of him and Ivanka, it just makes your skin crawl.
Gross. Ew, weird.
So are they like lovey-dovey type of thing? Like, is he kind
They're
of like all
touchy.
over his daughter?
Oh yeah, well, like there's multiple ones of her sitting in his lap and them looking lovingly into each other's eyes, and it's like, can y'all get like a room in Alabama or something?
Whoa.
Well, to be
Oh my
to be
God.
fair, to be fair, there's also a lot of pictures like that of Melania and Justin Trudeau. So
Is there really?
Mm.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
Melania and
she is
Justin Trudeau
always-
or Ivanka?
No, Melania loves
Melania.
It's Melania.
Okay.
She like gives him doe eyes all the time. Every time they see each other, she's like staring intently at him, giving him,
Have you seen
for
him?
lack of a better term, fuck me eyes.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you seen her husband? Come on. Have you seen her husband? Like, come on.
She's like,
Yes.
if I had to be married to a joke of a world leader, I'd rather it be the attractive one over there.
Can I ask a question? I have a question. Is it possible for us to all tell everybody who's maybe just hearing about this now which charities that we're donating to, so that
Yes.
they know where this is going? I think that would be super valuable. I'd like to talk about mine for a sec. Paul and I are going to
Please.
raise money together. But yeah, so okay, I'll start. Yay! I need to stop drinking wine. I talk more when I'm drinking, and that's unfortunate. So my charity is Caring and Sharing, and Caring and Sharing is a rural food bank that isn't under the banner of Feed Nova Scotia here in Nova Scotia. So they don't get the donations that go through the province to our provincial food bank. They support just people in rural area in Hants County, and during the Christmas holidays and holidays in general, they adopt up to 150 families in need. That's their cap, or they put them up or available to be adopted, and they're adopted by members of the community. Every year I have what I call a Santa's workshop party, and me and my friends get together with our children and we break apart the list for the family that we've adopted, and we get the children, instead of exchanging gifts or cookies or whatever with each other, to bring a gift for the family and all wrap it and make Christmas for a family. So I've adopted families from Caring and Sharing for the past several years and done this, and they're a wonderful organization. And so to help contribute as part of adopting the families, they also give them necessities and food. So I'm going to go to the Sobeys in my local area, and every dollar that I get is going to go towards a gift card. 150 families. I'm hoping if I get around $1,500, I can get a $10 gift card for every family. If not, I'm going to get a $10 gift card for every family I can, or just give Caring and Sharing one large gift card. If that's better, I'll talk with them about what would best serve them to go towards getting each family something special during the holidays. So that is where the funds that are going to be in my portion will be going. So that's what you would be supporting, is me helping families in need get maybe a little special treat or some more food for the holidays.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
So who wants to go next?
Vice, you just volunteered.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, the talking sticks.
So in the Niagara region, we don't have a lot of good local charities. I mean, the Salvation Army does a lot in our area, but I have serious problems with donating to them. They do a lot of good in our area, but the fact that you can't guarantee that my donation is not going to go to some anti-LGBTQ lobbying, I'm just not comfortable
You said
donating.
you do.
Sure. Thank you. I'm usually the one bringing stuff like that up. Thank you for that, Mrs. Rhino.
Sorry.
So,
Sorry.
so the charity we have chosen is Project Share Niagara. It's our local food bank. They do the whole Niagara region. People can go in and just pick up some food if they need it. And what we are going to be doing is, I'm always. it kind of annoys me that there's a stigma against poor people having the occasional nice thing. Like I know of people that like they have a nice flat screen HD TV, but they're applying for assistance. And people will look at that and say, well, why do you have that TV? Well, I need a car, but I can't get an auto loan until I build up my credit. And the only people that would give me credit were these store credit cards. And that was so I had to buy something, and we needed a new TV. So I bought a TV. So it's not necessarily that they are splurging on things that they can't afford. It's that sometimes there are, like, just, if you don't know the situation, like I also know people that they have iPhone 9s and their plans are completely paid for by other people, but they still get looked down upon when they apply for assistance because they have a nice phone and they've got a cell phone plan for it, even though it's being paid for by someone else that just wants to be able to connect with them. So what we are doing is we're going to be buying Walmart gift cards in the amount of $100 and donating them to Project Share to distribute to families in whatever way that they think is best. So that way these people that need assistance can use it at their discretion. They could, like, if they, the reason we chose Walmart is because it's a nice, well-rounded store. So if you need more groceries, like if you really need that $100 for groceries, you can go buy some groceries. But if you got your groceries covered and you want your kids to have a little nicer Christmas than they normally do, you can use it for that too. Or maybe, you know, buy a bigger turkey for Christmas dinner. So it's really up to them. It's their discretion. They can buy something nice without having to feel bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing. We're hoping to get, we're hoping for $1,000 so we can get 10 gift cards to give to them. More would be fantastic, but that's what we're aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
G is next.
Awesome. So Casey and I are going to be donating our money to Kids to Love. It's an adoption and or foster care organization that's kind of local here, and basically, you know, what they do around this time of year is they take in donations of toys as well as monetary donations to give the foster kid, or well, not foster kids, but kids that don't have foster parents or any parents around this time of year, so that they can give them, you know, a good Christmas, so that they're not missing out just because, you know, they don't have parents. And so we're going to be we have an Amazon wish list where people can go and directly buy the toys for the kids if they want to, and that's in the description of the live stream that's on my channel. We also have the Amazon wish list in there that you can go and you can directly buy gifts for the kids, and you can select to directly ship it to us, and basically you just pick out something that you can afford that's on the list and it'll get sent to us. But and then we're going to be also, you know, divvying up the money from the PayPal pool with our equal share. We're going to be donating to the charity, or not charity, but the organization that way as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, now Megan and Josh.
Ours is not as involved, I think, as some of yours. We're literally just handing money over, but. So that I looked for a very local charity, but there aren't an awful lot where we are. And Josh and I met in Baltimore. So I say, well, I was going to say we, but really I did this and then told him about it afterwards because I'm an awful, awful spouse. But we're going to be sending our money to a charity called Santa Claus Anonymous, which takes all the donations they get and buys Christmas presents for kids who probably wouldn't otherwise get anything within the local Baltimore area.
Awesome.
So, Christmas presents
And
for
again,
kids.
just a friendly reminder that donating through the PayPal pool is more effective, as more of your money will go toward the actual charities, because YouTube does take a cut when you do super chats. That being said, I did just get a $30 super chat from My Unfinished Journey, so thank you very much for that. It is much appreciated.
Mm-hmm. We've had a couple of super chats through here, so thank you all. I'm sorry I didn't mention you at the time, but it's very much appreciated.
And
that's
we're
one of the
currently
reasons that sorry, go.
we are currently at $3,500 on the
Yay,
PayPal
that's
pool.
amazing. What's great about PayPal pools, and I discovered this when I was doing the fundraising for the LGBT charity, I teetered between using a GoFundMe and using the PayPal pool. But a PayPal pool, you get 100% of what's put in there. Just 100% of it goes to you, but it's still clearly visible what's been donated. So everybody can see what's donated to us, and we all talked ahead of time, and we all plan on showing receipts for what we're doing, so that you can know and be confident that you can trust us. You don't have any reason not to trust us because we're all amazing, but we're going to be providing receipts. But that's one of the reasons that we chose the PayPal pool, because if you put in 5 cents to that PayPal pool, we get that 5 cents to go towards the charity work. And there's also no restriction. There's no limit. You can donate literally a penny all the way up to $1 billion. So please donate $1 billion.
I was going to say, if anyone wants to donate $1 billion, we'd be very grateful.
Oh yes, totally.
Oh.
All right, are we ready for the next Trump or tablet?
Yeah, we only have a few more, but hopefully they'll be fun. The fame of my power is spread far and wide. My wisdom is full of subtlety.
It's got to be
Again,
Trump.
I don't think Trump knows the word subtle.
No, it's tablet.
Tablet.
I got it.
Tablet.
Like that sounds very Trumpy until you got to the word subtlety.
Yeah,
Yep, it's tablet.
tablet.
And it's the same guy with the powerful thighs. He says, let me boast of what I have done. The fame of my power is spread far and wide. My wisdom is full of subtlety. Do not my achievements surpass all qualifications?
That is subtle. He's right.
Yeah, very. And then he goes on, I am Shulgi, god of manliness and foremost of troops. So subtle and a god.
I'm fairly
I'm the
certain
most
Trump
subtle,
can.
manly god you've ever met.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain Trump thinks that he is like the god of man. He definitely thinks he's picked by God. I mean, did you see him that one time when he looked up to the sky when he talked about being heaven, or what was it? He was like specially picked or something like that. He actually looked at God for that.
Well,
But
he has
he's
his
also
public
the same person
persona.
who's
that
scared-
And he
Trump
looked
ever
directly
has.
into it.
What, Paul?
Sorry, say again?
Does he ever have poser syndrome? Do you think? Like I know he's publicly blustery, but do you think in his private moments he's total poser syndrome? Is like, I didn't want to win this election. I don't know what's going on.
I think that might be the case.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know.
Like he this is not the first time he ran for president. It's usually like a publicity stunt for him. He just wants to increase his brand by saying he was a presidential candidate. But he actually
He's like,
won
oh,
this
fuck.
time.
You sure did.
I mean,
Again, I would say because we can't disprove it, it's true.
Yes,
All right.
That's
I've been told.
exactly. That's the most solid logic I've ever. That's the best logic ever.
Josh is very good at logic.
Best logic.
I have the best brain.
You do
Yeah,
have
except you have no foundation for it. You're borrowing your logic from
foundation.
Megan.
But he has the most brain. He has the best brain. He's the most best brain. I feel like there should be a Canadian flag behind me. That's what I should have done. I should have hung up Canadian flag. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd bring Bill back, but
Oh, Bill. No, there's no green screen this time. Bill's waiting, though. Bill's there for me whenever I need him because he's my husband now. Sorry, Paul,
Of
but
course.
we all know what happens.
Who's Bill?
Anybody who... Bill Gates.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Bill Gates is my husband. You don't... If you didn't watch me talk to G-Man, you won't get that, and that's okay. Don't watch it. You don't need to get it.
It's not, the joke is not worth watching, G-Man. So.
I'd say that very
Don't
few
need
things
to
are
know.
worth watching G-Man for.
Not even me. Don't even do it for me.
I debated it, Shannon, but then I was like, no.
she had to suffer through it twice because she had to come back on the show
I know.
and relive it. So
Yeah, Josh
Sorry,
is a
Shannon.
horrible person. He treats me like garbage, Megan. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Now I have to take care of you for the
No
rest of your life.
respect for me. You'll have to fight Bill because he already has to take care of me.
God damn it.
I have a lot of really good qualities. These are like very much insider baseball jokes for people that haven't watched that, so I'm sorry. But holy shit, yeah. All right, I'm ready. My body is ready, Megan. What's the next one?
Okay. I love that Trump Bear.
Look how cuddly. Aww.
Look, I want everybody to take just a quick look at this. Okay, so this is the supposed American flag that is a blanket. Okay, and I mean you can't really tell, but it is not a blanket. Like it's a cape.
Wow.
And it's not even like a full flag.
I was going to say the proportions of the flag look wrong as well.
Yeah,
I'm not the flag expert, but
right, it's square and it doesn't even have 50 stars on it. Like it's a half-ass flag. But if you go back and you look at the
if they actually put the 50 stars on it though, then it's an actual American flag and it becomes illegal to actually use it as like a clothing item or a blanket or something. So they're probably just covering their asses that way.
You know, I think Trump's fairly proven that laws don't fucking matter to him.
Fair point.
Oh, for sure.
Also, he doesn't consider California or New York to be states. So
True.
What? What? Explain yourself. Explain yourself right now. What do you mean?
no, I was more extrapolating answers in Genesis, who does not think that California or New York should be states
why?
Probably
because they're so blue politically.
So they can't be American anymore.
I mean, I'll be.
That anything that happens there shouldn't count.
John,
I mean, I'll be.
Superman.
That's like saying I don't agree with it, so it doesn't exist.
I'll be deep in the cold
for you,
ground before I recognize Missouri.
John, I have a question, John.
No, don't answer Vice question. Don't.
No, it's a good question.
No,
this is coming from my chat. This isn't me. This is coming from my chat. It's Josh and Jen Gaming. They want to know, is there a tag on Trumpy Bear that says made in China?
Ooh. Let's see.
Unwrap him. Whip out that Trumpy Bear ass. What does it say? It's got to be on there somewhere.
Yeah, let's see.
Yet another stream, John looking at someone's ass. I don't know.
Look, when you have the grounds pulled, you have to stick with it.
I don't see a tag on the bear.
He wasn't made. He was sent here divinely by God.
He was immaculately conceived as well.
He was bred.
That's right.
That's a living thing you have there, John.
What?
I said that's a living thing you have there, John. He was bred. He was not made.
Stop looking at his crotch. It's not there. That's not it. That's not it.
No, there's not a tag. I don't see a tag.
No.
John, I would say that, John, if you can't prove where that came from, I would say that is another argument for an omnipotent creator. So.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Shannon, given that you have a war on Christmas right now, I apologize for my husband continually proving the existence of not only Jesus, but also God.
You know what? I'm already sick of Josh's shit. I stopped listening. I've been talking to my soldiers in the background, and they're going to deal with Josh later. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It sounds like it sounds like you think I've done something wrong, Shannon, and you can't really think I've done anything wrong without borrowing from my worldview. So
yeah, well, that's why I'm having this war on Christmas 7 worlds. What am I like?
Shannon is like the Mormons. She's okay with Jesus, but not with birthdays.
That's the Jehovah's Witnesses. I think Mormons
Oh,
can have
JWs,
birthdays.
pardon me.
I always get the JWs and Mormons mixed up.
That's right. We don't celebrate anybody's birthday, even Jesus's birthday. And even if December 25th was Jesus's birthday, which it isn't, still fuck it. War, everyone. Anybody who donates to this charity has to answer to me. I don't want to see any more donations. You know what? Let me check. If there was even one more donation, I'm gonna flip.
We're
God
at
damn it.
$3,535.
You know what, Thomas Oswald? You're on the list. You're on the list.
Shannon's sending Bill Gates after you.
I heard you could form militias legally in the States. So
okay, my only problem with these donations.
My
main problem with these donations is that they're not saying whose team they're on. So I claim them.
Oh,
They're
fuck off!
Because they're on my team, is why.
Fuck
And
off!
my team is a covert ops team. And they're
So actually,
only
everyone who
donating.
says that they donated to anyone except Shannon is also on Shannon's team because they're just infiltrating everyone else.
It's a covert
I'm
ops
getting
team.
updates in my chat. Apparently, people have been Googling. The Trumpy Bear is indeed made in China because higher manufacturing costs in the United States would have made for a $150 teddy bear.
Oh wow.
I've had a couple people tell me that they Googled it and found he's made in China.
Okay.
And
awesome.
if Trumpy Bear exists, then God exists. Trumpy Bear exists. Therefore, God exists.
That's the most solid syllogism I've ever heard.
You're not doing anything for my argument that we're not a specifically atheist channel. You realize this?
You're a
Do
Christian.
you know how many?
I've got
Yes,
carte blanche.
but do you know how many comments I'm going to wake up to tomorrow saying, "Ha! I knew it. I told you."
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
to the rest
anti-Christian.
of us.
I'm anti-fundamentalist arguments. That's what I'm anti.
We're
all right
all
with that.
pro-charity. That's why we're here. It's pro-charity. If you can't take some tongue-in-cheek jokes, then
And also
Least
some
digital-
fairly serious insulting of the current president of the United States.
oh well, you know.
Please don't
fuck
shoot
that
us.
guy.
I mean, that's par for the course at this point.
Look, that's easy for you to say, Shannon, when you have Bill Gates' millions protecting you in your frozen wasteland of Narnia.
Billions. Billions, actually. My
I live
husband's a
just south of
billionaire.
DC. I am very, very accessible target-wise. So,
Listen, do you know how hard I had to work to get myself in front of him and then entice him to do that thing that he needed to do for us to get married? That took
Shannon-
effort. And if you don't
How lucky you are,
recognize
Shannon.
my work,
Shannon, can you introduce me to Melinda?
no, actually, because I don't know how it works. I haven't read the Bible recently enough to know exactly the nuance of the rules, but he had to marry me. Does that mean he had to divorce her? It must.
it depends
right?
what period
Who's
you live in.
Melinda?
Melinda
Bill
Gates.
Gates' wife. Or his
His wife.
first wife.
Yes, his
Maybe.
ex-wife. And his current wife. Everybody knows.
Hey, no.
I'm just trying to make us
Yeah.
billionaires, honey.
No.
You got to put in the work. You not everybody
Not
can
over-
do what I do.
No, not even over my dead body are you doing that.
Plus,
That's
you're
not
forgetting
serious.
you need your dad's okay on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get the father's okay, otherwise it's null and void.
That's
It doesn't
what
go through.
makes it moral. I mean, what's wrong with you guys? Watch my eyes. I'm winking.
All right, let's see. What's the next Trumper tablet?
We have one more. Okay.
This
Better be a
is
good
the
I
one.
mean,
one for
I
all the
picked
beans.
out a load more, but they're all really easy, so we're just going with this last one. My fingers are long and beautiful.
Trump.
Wasn't that the last one?
Trump.
No.
No, the last one
No.
mentioned his beautiful fingers. This one's
That was
different.
tablet.
I want to
That's
say
when
I want to say
tablet.
Trump because I remember Trump saying something along those lines when the thing came out originally about how small his hands are. So I want to say
Yeah.
this one's Trump.
tablet. I'm saying tablet.
That was Trump from the New York Post, 2011.
Yes.
The full quote, "My fingers are long and beautiful as, it has been well documented, are various other parts of my body."
Oh my God!
I
No.
remember that. Yes.
What is? How does he define
Oh,
long?
that-
No. That's your guys.
What is wrong with that person?
And I should add for any right-wing leaning individuals who are currently watching, yes, of course, these tweets have been very specifically collated. There is nothing here that is going to make him look good, and that is deliberate. There are also nothing here that is going to make the Mesopotamian kings look good, and that is also deliberate. So, deal
I
with
mean, to be fair, just
Take a
reading his tweets, just reading his Twitter makes him not look good. So you don't have to specially curate it to make him
it.
not
I mean,
look
that's
good.
true. That is
He
true.
does that on his own. It's auto curation.
This is why I don't drink.
Twitter doesn't
I think
do any of us
everything's
any
hilarious,
favors,
and I never
really.
want to talk.
No, Shannon, that makes you fantastic to have in something like this.
No,
Because
I
I'm
like,
automatically
no.
way more funny than I would otherwise be.
No, you know what,
it's
Shannon?
funny,
If there's
Nathan. I
if there's
love
one
you.
thing I've learned from listening to comedy podcasts is that one of the most important things about making a joke seem funny is to have someone in the podcast laughing at it. So you're like our laughing person to make
My
everything
raison
funny for everybody
d'etre.
else. There you go.
That's right. Except for you, I'm not laughing at your jokes because I think that we're in serious competition for donations.
I'm pretty sure
right
you
now.
laughed at the Lyndon B. Johnson stuff.
That's okay because dick
That was
jokes are
about
funny. That's
penises,
not
and you
because of
can't
you.
hold that against her.
Yeah,
No,
but who's the one that
That's
knew?
a mulligan.
Dick
Who's
jokes
the
That's
one
a
that-
mulligan.
Who is the one that knew about Lyndon B. Johnson's dick?
Yeah,
You!
those
me.
would be the
Because
one
you have
who
a thing
knows
for
about
dick.
Lyndon
I'm the
B.
dick
Johnson's
expert.
dick.
I
And
am
you picked the
dick
wrong
expert.
president. You were thinking about the wrong president's dick.
I
So I don't
was,
even want to hear it.
But
You
I'm
were.
still the dick expert.
I like that the issue here is that you're thinking of the wrong president, not just that we're thinking about dicks.
If anybody knew, like, if you watch Vice Channel and you think he probably doesn't really talk about dicks that much in real life, you're wrong. You are
Oh,
incorrect.
you're wrong.
He dials it back. Dials it back for the channel. It's
Oh,
like-
yeah.
nonstop.
I'm like
Yeah.
in the middle of having sex with my wife, and we're like, hey, did you hear about Lyndon B. Johnson's dick?
Yeah, no, please.
Hey, you know what's bigger than me? Whale penises. They're 15 feet.
Oh, boy. Well, maybe I need some whale penises, honey.
Oh!
They probably have an attachment for the Sibian for that.
I mean, have you guys heard that whales have 15-foot penises?
Oh, boy.
I have it on good
You,
authority.
So you
From
remember
a
before this stream started when I
scientist.
was asking whether or not we should monetize it because monetized
were.
videos have more reach?
The question
Yeah,
is been answered.
I think we've solved that problem.
Yeah, problem solved. No one's monetized today. Problem solved.
You really,
This
really can't help yourself, can you, Vi?
I'm just
No,
going
I
to take
really
this
can't.
penis-filled opportunity to say that if you're watching this and find this even remotely amusing, we're actually doing this to raise money for charity. There's a nice little handy-dandy link in scrolling on your screen. Please go, give us money. Money is not going to penises. The money is going to children and Christmas. So, yeah, we would like your money, please.
Learn about
Right.
Lyndon B. Johnson
Raise your
for charity.
penises for Christmas.
Hashtag
Raise
dicks
those
out for
dicks
Hammurabi.
Christmas.
This is making, I think, some of our subscribers quite happy because when we did a lot of live streaming in the first 6 months of having a channel, there was so much penis in the stories we were reading because Mesopotamian literature is just like full of penis. So like every Friday you'd hear me say the word penis, and it hasn't happened in ages. So now we're just getting all of the penises in one very exciting charity stream.
So there's this GIF. So there's a GIF out there that I've seen where it's a girl that's just holding her mouth wide open and then a whole bunch of hot dogs fly out of her face. So I feel like that is pretty indicative of this moment right now.
I think so. Less tasteful, I think.
You should change the meme so that her face has like the word charity written on it, and as the hot dogs are coming in, it says "atheist live stream." Like, hot dogs hitting the charity space. I'm just saying, my meme game's really
man.
strong.
Well, I have to
Yeah,
say,
who gave me one?
I had to say I did not come out on top with the Trumper tablet, but I feel like I'm more knowledgeable for it. Well,
You're now more equipped to work out if something
so,
is
John, what you're
Mesopotamian or
saying there
not.
is that. So, John, what you just said there is that you're a bottom.
No, that is not what I said, but I mean, why not, right? But no, I mean, I'm more knowledgeable in the fact that apparently Trump is a lot dumber than ancient, people.
I had to build the fucking walls.
Lots of wars. It's also worth noting that these guys didn't write their own stuff. I mean, Trump is automatically at a disadvantage because he insists on writing his own material. Mesopotamian kings farmed that out to trained individuals. So,
Well, I mean, do you think the Mesopotamian kings were like walking around, on their like gold shitter throne or whatever, like Trump is just like saying, "All right, I want to start a letter. Would you do it, there, handwriting man?"
So it was like a Mesopotamian Kellyanne Conway, basically.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Why not?
Press secretaries with their hammer and chisel.
Yep.
I mean, can you
Wow.
imagine that? Like, what if Trump had to dictate what he wanted to tweet while he was on his 3 a.m. bathroom break? And he had to
Isn't that
yell
what he
outside
does?
the door like, "All right, I want you to spell covfefe. Just sound it out."
Hey, you know what? Let's give him credit. That was like the one time of his presidency where he actually displayed a good sense of humor. Because like after he did the covfefe thing, he retweeted himself saying "have fun with it" or whatever.
I don't know. The
I still
dog
want to know what
the
is.
dog getting the medal was kind of funny. Like,
Yeah.
wasn't there a tweet?
Yeah, I
Their
don't
dog
think
got a
he
medal.
did that. I don't
he
think he
retweeted?
did that in like but that's
He has to
I
know
don't
he
know, I
didn't
feel-
give that dog a medal, so he must have done that in jest.
Presumably he was there when it didn't happen.
Hey,
See,
you know what?
Shannon, you just have to come on all of our live streams and make me look amazing.
Hey, you know
look
what?
amazing all of the time.
At least
Anybody talking to me right now will be brilliant because I'm just like, it's hard making eye contact with anything and figuring out where I am and making words.
You're doing very well.
I have to
I had half
admit
a bottle of this amazing wine.
I have to admit the dog getting the medal or whatnot image was far better than Kanye's merch.
I saw that. I didn't know which was. Did you see the tweet where somebody was like, "Is this me on MS Paint or is this Kanye's merch?" And I was like, "I don't even know."
They all look
I can't legit can't tell.
I
guess
haven't
we're
seen
fine.
Kanye's
Did you know
merch
that
yet. I'll have to
Kanye
look
West
into
is the
that.
question now?
It's
And
bad.
has released an album called
Oh,
Jesus is King.
Josh is even further behind than
Oh
I am.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
even joking.
He's got merch that
Kanye
literally
West.
like. Okay, do you know the black? There's a meme out there where it's a black Jesus looking guy who's like looking back like this or whatnot. He's actually got that on a shirt, like just a horrible like cutout of like a meme, and it's on a shirt, and he just put it there. Also, a lot of them are just like little. I guess they're parabolas, maybe, or not parabolas, but they're like spheres and trying to think of the shape, ovals almost, and it's just on shirts. You got to check out his merch store. It is so horrible,
On them.
It's bad.
huh?
It's like several $100s to own one of these very poorly designed items.
Oh yeah, like the sweaters
I'm
are
looking
like
at it now.
Yeah,
$175.
it's insane.
$159 for this T-shirt that's like an oval of a cloud, and then just a white oval underneath it.
This
Hey,
this
check
t-shirt
it
this t-shirt says Kanye and the choir. Is that a play somehow on preaching to the choir ministries?
Stop messing with me, Josh.
Which would make me feel really good.
You know how crazy? Hold on. How crazy would it be if Kanye West starts up a YouTube channel and every time he starts talking about Jesus, he starts off with his head lowered and he's got like one of his like Jesus is King hats on there and he just starts talking crazy shit throughout the entire
And
thing.
welcome to
Check it
the
out.
preaching to the choir ministries.
Well, what I'm learning from looking at Kanye's merch store is that my prices in my merch store are way too low.
I know.
Yeah, I feel
right?
like we're underselling ourselves.
There was actually effort
the art
put into
quality's
my
too high.
merch.
there was
I think
effort.
we've had all of it. We have some
There was
decent
effort put into
merchandise.
my
That's
merch.
your merch.
Paul put all kinds of effort into my work. My merch. Paul did a great job.
I think Shannon put more effort into her merch than you did. Right.
Hey, I paid someone to put effort into my merch. Okay, that's legit.
I paid him. Oh, I paid him.
Penis.
Hey, Shannon, how did Paul feel about that?
Okay, sorry. I just
editing the
I
video.
have to read. I have to read my super chat. I just got $5 from C. Thomas Gulf City the Peasant, who is a regular super chatter of mine. He says,
Yeah, he helped us get us drunk a couple of times.
Okay, shush a second. Penetrating, ejaculating numerous injector spooks, or PENIS, because it has to be slapped on the desk for maturity's sake.
I just want to take a second to remind everybody that if you can donate to the charities this holiday season,
Then we'll stop
For the
talking. If you
children.
donate, we'll stop.
we'll go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like PBS.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, we're
We won't
almost
stop
halfway
until
through
we
our goal.
reach-
If it was just 4,365 more dollars to go, and we will all shut up and let you get back to your regular evening.
Even
That's
365. I feel
PBS
like
fundraising, right?
it's fair. If
Yeah.
we can get to
Well,
300, if we can get to 4,000, maybe we'll shut the hell up. I mean, you'll have
And
to
you
turn
won't
it
have
off
to hear
to get
about
me to shut up.
penises for the rest of the night.
Well, we probably still will because we're still
Well, yeah.
in the chat for the stream with Feist, but you
Yeah.
guys will be safe.
But everyone else will be fine.
We'll take
The
one
problem
for
is that we're
team.
not actually getting in the way of any regularly scheduled event that people actually want to watch.
Damn it.
So that's kind of how
Curling's
We
on.
planned this entirely wrong.
yeah,
The
we
curling
did.
championship is on, you guys. Is it like you guys aren't Canadian, I guess, because the curling
No,
championship
I do enjoy
is on.
curling though.
Well, why are
Curling's
you watching
boring.
the curling championship?
Well,
What? I agree, actually.
I'm
If
a
I want to
bad-
watch someone sweep,
Mrs. Rhino.
if I want to watch someone
Canadian
sweep the floor, I
citizenship
will
is
just sit down
gone.
and watch Mrs. Rhino do it.
Revoked.
What
You
about
say if you want to
Rhino
watch
and
someone
Roger?
sweep the floor, you'll watch Mrs. Rhino do it.
There are curling questions on our
He's gonna get
citizenship test.
What?
Really?
Okay.
No, there aren't.
No.
You should have said yes. I was
No.
very prepared to believe
No.
that.
So was I,
All our
actually.
citizenship questions are about maple syrup and hockey. Okay.
That's true.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
objectively the case.
I think I win the
100%.
title of most gullible person in the stream.
No, that's
No, that might be me too.
me and Mrs. Rhino.
So we've got 3 most gullible people in the stream fighting over the title.
Yep.
That's right. I can be more easily convinced of things. Oh, we got another 100 information. What the heck?
No,
This
I
was
can
for
be.
Rhino too.
Yeah, Stephen Makowitz is
God.
donating for me.
Damn it.
Also, I just want to.
Change our name to Vice Rhino,
So mad.
and we all.
I just want to read out. So someone gave $20 at Brandon. I just want to read out his name because I have so much fun with these names that I can't possibly pronounce properly.
Oh
So
God.
Brandon Hulsebush, Brandon Hulsebush,
It's not French,
you
dude.
really do have.
No,
fun
it
with
looks
this.
German. Okay, it's Brandon Hulsebush. It's German.
Oh,
Sorry,
Tommy
not
Thomas
pronoun-
got
Pronouncing
another
things wrong
super
is
chat
kind
for
of my thing.
$5.
Tommy Thomas sends $5. No comment on Tommy Thomas, but thank you, Tommy
Thank you,
Thomas.
Tommy Thomas. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah, so Team Vice so far is 54 Canadian ruples on Super Chat.
That is 78 cents American for anybody who's keeping track of it. That's the precise amount. In American
I have to
dollars.
say, I love it when I get super chats in a currency I'm not familiar with, and it's like 500 whatever. So I'm like,
Oh.
wow. And then I look really close, and I'm like, that is not in US dollars. That's
That
Yeah.
happened
Very
to me
much
the other day.
appreciated,
I
but
actually
not quite
started freaking out on the stream. I was like, "Oh yeah, thank you
Yes.
so much. Oh, that's amazing!" Ah. And then after the stream ended, I went and looked at it and was like, "Oh, that was 500 of this currency I've never heard of before." It's really only
Euros or something.
No, it wasn't euros. It was one of the ones where it was like,
Norwegian
I think
crown,
you
I
might be the
think.
most gullible, Rice.
yeah, fuck off.
I think it was Norwegian crown or something like that.
You can't see it right now, Josh, but my penis is on the desk.
Oh my god.
You're right. I
I'm
can't
not
see
in
it
the room.
for any number of reasons.
Oh, oh, that's a sweet
Because
burn.
it's too big to fit into your field of vision.
Yeah, good comeback.
Okay, our next
Keep that
charity
one on the
stream
run.
just has to
Yeah.
be titled Dicks.
Dicks
No
and
explanation.
charity.
No context, just dicks.
Just dicks. Just everybody just retitle it right now. Just be like, dicks,
I think Dicks for
motherfuckers.
Charity
Just rename
would
it. They're
work.
not monetized. Dicks for charity.
And then they come and watch, and it's like 6 guys called Richard talking about
Oh,
golf.
rename them all Dicks Out for Christmas. That's what you should do. Dicks Out for Christmas. Everybody put your dicks on that desk for Christmas. For the children. For the children. If you
Yeah,
cared
for
about the
the
children.
I don't want to put dicks and for the children in the same sentence. Thank you very much.
And that
I
might
don't
get us all
understand.
I do have a line. It's a line
You
that is
do?
way past everybody else's line, but I do have one.
All right. Well, I think this is a very good stream tonight. I had so much fun with all of you. I mean, all of the Trump or tablets were just awesome. And like I said, there were a lot that I really thought was Trump, but it just wasn't. So, if everybody will please consider donating to the charities that we've listed, not because of dick reasons, but because
Share the link for the
because
charity.
of help out the less fortunate around this time of year. So I guess that's going to be it for us tonight. I'm going to be we're all going to be stopping our streams here in just a minute, but I will go ahead and say my outro. That's stand up and use your voice. And I don't know if anybody else wants to, say a few parting words.
Help elevate the discourse.
Help elevate it to dick status.
Elevate
discourse.
Elevate the
Elevate
dick
it.
scores.
Elevate it.
Elevate the
So
dick score.
good. Right on that desk. Elevate it. Sorry, Paul.
I don't think I have anything that could top that.
I don't know who invited me.
So I just want to finish off. I got two more super chats. C. Thomas again says, "Ever feel shafted by phallic humor?" And My Unfinished Journey says, "Which Johnsons are bigger, American or Canadian?" I'm going to say Canadian.
LBJ.
Canadian.
So
LBJ was the secret
sorry,
Canadian.
before we go, it's just been asked if I would read our super chats out because I have not been doing that. So we've got a couple. I'm going to run through them real quick, and then we can all go and never talk about this ever again.
Okay.
Penis is everywhere.
But it will be forever on the internet.
Oh man, I can't read them all because they're all gone. I'll read the last one, which is from Vibrantly Brantley, who sent 2, but he asked me at the bottom to say penis because YouTube wouldn't let him put penis in the super chat. So penis.
Oh,
And thank you all for super chatting.
So I had a few super chats. Arduin, he's a member of my channel. There's also Pirates of Darkwater and Dallas Wade who also donated. Thank you guys so much for donating tonight. All right, so I guess we're going to be ending the stream right now. And I hope everybody has a lovely night, a lovely week coming up. I have tomorrow off, so I'm not going to be doing shit except spending it with KC, obviously. So we will see you heathens later.
that ain't shit.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
To the charity stream.
Bye.